puede ser que puede casar. The wife, you know, right? La esposa moderna. Dice, mijo, ¿sabes qué? Ve, pasito, muñeco, el que se llama. No me. Y dice, pues no te casas con Agar, mi esclava, que es de Egipto, y ella puede ser tu esposa y tal vez te dé un hijo. Y él dijo, no, ¿cómo se te ocurre? ¿Verdad? No, él dijo, ok, está bien, bueno, me gusta la idea, mija. Las hermanas están. Él lo hizo, hermano. Estamos hablando de su marido. Estamos hablando de Abraham. So she's getting ideas. Maybe I have to, well, if she has a baby, giving you. So why don't you just marry Hagar, the Egyptian slave? And he said, oh no, that is ridiculous, woman. How dare you think like that? That's what the Bible says, right? No, he didn't think that. It's like, that's a grand idea. Let's go with that, you know. And I don't know what to say about it, but he agreed. You know, pues, y se hizo. Y sí le dio, sí salió embarazada ella. She came pregnant. So I was curious about Hagar. Yo tuve la curiosidad de ella. ¿Cómo se dice Hagar? Agarra, sí lo dije bien, ¿verdad? Nomás me dudé yo mismo, hermanos. So Agar, hermanos, en hebreo quiere decir aquella que se escapó. Hagar means she who escaped. So there's you know, theologians and scholars are like, what does that mean? So unos dicen, es posible que ella se escapó de sus dueños originales en uno de los tiempos donde pararon Abraham y Sarai, y tal vez la agarraron y por nombre, apodo, le dieron ese nombre, Agar. Y dicen tal vez de ahí viene, pero yo y muchos otros teólogos y escolares, que yo no soy ninguno de esos dos, pero lo más estudiante de la Biblia, yo creo que es lo que Faraón le dio a Abraham para contentar a Sarai cuando miraba su belleza. ¿Se acuerda que le dio servidoras y servidores y mucho ganado? Yo creo que ella es uno de ellas que les dio a Faraón, el de Egipto. So the idea that some scholars and theologians are discussing about Hagar is that perhaps, because her name is she who escaped in Hebrew, is that perhaps she escaped from her original owners, and one of the last places that they landed on is that maybe they came across to her and took her in, and she became a possession of theirs because they knew she was a slave, and maybe she thought this is a better home. So they think maybe they gave her a surname because they think it's most definitely that can't be her name. And then myself, and there's theologians and scholars that believe that she's probably just one of the gifts that Pharaoh gave Abram in chapter 12 of Genesis as a gift to get in tight with him, because he was under the impression that Abram was Sarai's brother. That was the idea they were wanting to present. So most likely she is one of those maidservants that Pharaoh gave. So then I'm thinking, how old was this girl? Can't help but think that. Y después me dio la curiosidad, ¿qué edad tuviera esta muchacha o señora? And no dice la Biblia la edad, hermanos. The Bible does not say the age, but according to culture and the times, the background, the exegesis, if you want to put it that way, si podemos mirar nosotros, hermanos, la cultura de ese entonces, y examinando las prácticas, es muy posible que ella estaba de la edad de tal vez 16 a 20, en sus 20s. She was probably within her early teens to her late 20s, or in their 20s. That's the age that she would fall into. The possibility, la posibilidad es que ella estaba tal vez en sus adolescencia o hasta sus 20 por ahí, porque se embarazó. Y era una práctica que le daban a una joven, como ella estaba avanzada en edad. Yo creo que para este entonces Sarai tenía tal vez 76, 75 años. I think Sarai must have been about 75 to 76 years old, because at the age and that Abram was when Ishmael was born, he was 86 years old. I think she was 10 years younger than him, his wife. So yo creo que en ese entonces Abraham tenía como 86 años cuando nació Ismael, y creo que is that considered Mac Daddy or no? No. Las caritas que hace la hermana, nomás todo preguntando. But that's what happened. So es lo que está pasando. So now we have the idea what's going on here. So giving you the story, and she became with child. Sí, se embarazó. Hagar was with child, and so Sarai's feeling good. Hey, my idea was great. Ladies, y'all don't do that, right? I told you, y'all don't do that, right? Las damas no dicen eso. Tienen la idea y después sale bien la idea. Nada más tienen las caritas como she is pregnant and everything so far so good because the baby has not come out. Todo está bien porque el bebé todavía no sale. But there is a little bit of prestige that goes now to Hagar. Ahora viene un prestigio que va a la Egipta. Porque ahora ella pudo hacer lo que la dama no pudo, pero ahora mismo, ahora ella odia a su dama porque salió embarazada. But now she hates her master, the Sarai. She hates Sarai because she is now pregnant. And I'm thinking, why would she hate her? Because maybe she had plans of her own. And not, it wasn't married. I'm sure it wasn't to marry a guy that was like 60 years older than her. You feeling me? Menos que tal vez tenía plan para su pero tal vez era eso, y tal vez un hombre his wife concubine was like, and she hate that hay como resentimiento contra ella. So ahora la casa no tiene una paz. Now the household doesn't have a peace. Before all this, things were working fine. Todas las cosas iban muy bien. Amistad, había contentamiento, todavía había order. There must have been order, there must have been happiness, everything was fine. But this grand idea happened, and it started to bring destruction. Vino esta gran idea y comenzó con destrucción. Y lo interesante de esto es que él estaba a favor de ello. He was in favor of this. So then, the child is born, viene el bebé, pero ahora hay una separación. Now there is that separation. Cuando uno piensa que conoce el plan de Dios, ¿verdad? It's that when we think we understand God's plan. Look at verse 1. Miremos el versículo 1. Dice, Sarai, mujer de Abraham, no le daba hijos, y ella tenía una sierva egipcia que se llama Hagar. So, now Sarai, Abram's wife, had borne him no children, but she had an Egyptian maidservant named Hagar. So, the writer here, most likely Moses, he's preparing you for what's coming. El escritor aquí, muy probable que es Moisés, está ya enseñándole a ustedes lo que va a pasar. Él está diciendo, aquí está toda la herramienta para caos. So Moses is more likely telling us, here is all the tools for chaos. And he's basically letting us, the reader, know something's fixing to go down. Nos está dando a nosotros, el que está leyendo, la advertencia que algo va a pasar. So she said to Abram, the Lord has kept me from having children. So she's basically saying, it couldn't possibly be me through me. So she's using science and logic. So ella está usando la ciencia Y la lógica en el versículo 2 dice, dijo entonces Sarai a Abraham, ya ves que Jehová me ha hecho estéril. Te ruego. ¿Sí oyeron eso? Te ruego pues que te llegues a mi sierva, quizás tendrá hijos de ella. Ya atendió Abraham el ruego de Sarai. No, hombre, tiene más significado en español, le rogó, hermano. So tal vez ella estaba desesperada. So we see here in verse 2, as we continue. So she's basically saying it's not possible for me. Logically, it's not possible. So then she tells him, and this is the second part of the verse, go, sleep with my maidservant. Perhaps I can build a family through her. In the Spanish language, it's saying that she begged them to take her. It's almost like she is a desperate woman now. She's probably thinking, I'm getting older. It's been 10 years, and I'm now much older when it wasn't possible for her. More impossible now. Let's do something about this. I don't want to be